Thank you very much. I'm delighted to have been asked to come here to speak today at the 2025 Warwick Medical School graduation ceremony. It's wonderful to be back here, and it feels even more special to be here on the university's 60th anniversary. Only 8 years ago, I was sitting where you are, preparing to recite the Declaration of Geneva together with my fellow graduands, a group of people I'd grown to know so well. Some I had lived with, some I had studied with and attended countless clinics and lectures with, and many I had made wonderful memories and forged deep friendships with, which continue to this day, as I am soon to be a bridesmaid for my best friend's wedding, who was also in one of these seats back in 2017. This moment, reciting the Declaration, symbolized that we had done it. We had completed our medical degree. 4 intense years of studying, not only learning about medicine, but about ourselves too. Such an important part of what makes us the doctors we are today. The moment also symbolized an exciting new beginning. We were doctors, something we all knew was coming, but it still didn't quite seem real. In fact, I think reality only really set in for me on my first day at work. A night shift, of course, as a surgical F1. A baptism of fire, you might say, starting on a night shift, but I had a fantastic, supportive team, and I don't think anything beats the feeling of completing that first shift and realizing that all the hard work in medical school had paid off and benefited real, live patients. Throughout my time as a doctor, I'm frequently reminded of just what a privilege it is to do the work that I do. Patients come to you in their darkest and most vulnerable hours. They open up about things they may have never told a soul about before, because you are a figure to be implicitly trusted and often a beacon of hope in their storm. I have welcomed new life into the world, and I have been there for others as they left it. While much of medicine is about the preservation, prolongation, and enhancement of life, we are also tasked with supporting those in death. What an honor it is to be invited into such an intimate moment in the life of a stranger. During my time at the University of Warwick, I somehow found myself setting up a homeless shelter in Leamington Spa. Along with my friend and fellow medical student Vishal, we set about creating Leamington Winter Support, a community interest company, back in 2015. We opened our doors in January 2016 with the goal of providing meals, a safe place to sleep, and company for people experiencing homelessness and those who are vulnerably housed in the local area. Fast forward, and our night shelter, now LWS Night Shelter, a registered charity, has been running all year round ever since, and is due to celebrate its 10th year this January. As I always say, it's been a long 3 months. While I never imagined in a million years that I would have set up a homeless shelter or be continuing to run it 10 years later, I would not change the experience for the world. I'm yet again privileged to be in such a role where I've got to know people I likely never would have otherwise, to understand the complexities of people's lives on a whole new level, and to be turned to in both times of trouble and distress and joy and success. It's given me a great appreciation for the health inequalities that persist within our society and the importance of striving for an equitable health service for all. Since graduating, I have had the pleasure of returning to Warwick Medical School every year to give an annual lecture on homelessness and health inequalities. The funny thing is that I vividly remember skipping this lecture in medical school and instead went to the canteen to make flashcards. So thank you for everyone who stuck around for mine. Some may recall from this lecture, though I will be very impressed if you do, that the average life expectancy of a man experiencing homelessness is 45, and of a woman experiencing homelessness, just 43. I mention this not to bring sadness to this occasion, but because an event like this brings with it such hope that we're welcoming more young doctors into the NHS who can change these statistics. Warwick Medical School has always emphasized the importance of a holistic approach to medicine, and I know this will be instilled into each and every one of you. I urge you to hold on to this always, to remember that every patient has a unique story, some that may be similar to our own, and others with stories like we have never read before. Once again, I return to the idea of privilege. In this instance, we are in a privileged position where more often than not, when we speak, we're heard, a luxury not afforded to all. If I could ask one thing of you all, it is to advocate for your patients and make sure that their voices are heard too. I want to finish by wishing you all the very best in your future careers. You now hold a medical degree from one of the top universities in the country, and you should be extremely proud of yourselves. Being a doctor won't always be easy, but I cannot imagine anything that I'd rather do. Medicine is fascinating, dynamic, and rewarding, with endless opportunities and career paths, and I'm so excited for you all to experience it too. Perhaps we'll cross paths as colleagues in the near future, so if you see me around, please say hello. But finally, University of Warwick Medical School's graduates of 2025, allow me to take this opportunity to say a huge congratulations to you all. You did it.